Hi everyone, my name is Sydney Danielle. Today I have a 13-book book haul for you guys. It is going to be either silent with music in the background or a voiceover. However, because the Pacific Northwest is in a heat wave and turning off my AC long enough just to record this one bit is killing me. Look at this moist face right here. I'm not trying to have swamp ass. So, I hope you enjoy it. I love you so much, and I hope you have an amazing, cool, temperature-wise day. Hi everyone, I'm here with my cat Cozy. I just wanted to say, if you don't like sci-fi, fantasy, contemporary romance, or enemies to lovers trope, you're not gonna like any of these books. Not that this is necessarily a recommended list, it's a haul, but none of these are gonna sound interesting to you if you don't like those things, okay? I hope you do. I hope you do like those things, or if you don't, you're willing to be open-minded about them. Yay! First up on the list is Hani and Ishu's Guide to Fake Dating by Adiba Jagirdar. This is a contemporary YA LGBTQ+ romance about two Bengali girls who are vast opposites, or so they think. When Hani comes out to her friends as bisexual, her friends say she can't be bi if she's never dated a girl. Hani blurts out that she is dating a girl, Ishu, the school's antisocial academic prodigy. Ishu wants nothing to do with an outgoing, overly sweet girl like Hani. All she wants is to win the school's head girl competition to make her parents proud. The girls make a deal. Ishu agrees to fake date Hani if Hani will help make Ishu more popular so she's more likely to win the students' votes. It's a brilliant story about discovering oneself, academic and familial pressure, romance, sexuality, and friendship. I gave this book 4 stars. I think about it all the time, and one thing I really appreciate about it is the new perspectives it brought to light. A question I think sums up this book's theme is, how far are you willing to go to live up to the expectations of those around you, even when it means sacrificing your happiness and authentic self? These next books are a trilogy by Amy Tintera. I don't remember how I stumbled across these books, but I have to be honest with you, I do not like Amy Tintera's writing, and I had to convince myself to finish the series. Ruined is a YA fantasy about royalty and revenge. Our main character M is ruined, someone with powers that isn't human. The ruined people are victims to genocide at the hands of their neighboring human kingdoms, and M's mother is among the dead, her sister kidnapped for experiments to gain knowledge on the ruined. M, grieving and furious, makes a risky plan to marry the prince of the kingdom who captured her sister, kill the royal family, and save her sister. It's an interesting premise, and the first book was actually pretty good. I gave it 3 stars, and I enjoyed the ending. The second book, Avenged, made me want to DNF, and I gave it 2 stars. The third, Allied, was better, another 3-star, but not as good as the first in my opinion. If it sounds interesting, hey, go for it, but I found these books to be slow, shallow in character motivation and plot development, and like it never went through editing. There were so many typographical errors, and it just felt like reading a first draft for $15 a book. Now, the Divergent series is another trilogy, maybe even arguably a quadrilogy if you want to count the short stories in opposite POV of 4, and it was my favorite series as a kid. These books are actually special editions to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the books, and they've been edited from the original published manuscript to have interstitials. Veronica Roth, the author of Divergent, is no stranger to interstitials. See Chosen Ones for adult sci-fi. So I'm really excited to reread the series and see how what she's added complements the stories. For those who don't know or saw the movies, which are so awful in my opinion, I couldn't even finish the first one. Oh my god, it's so bad. It's so different from the books. Divergent is about a society where people are divided into factions, each one valuing a certain characteristic. For example, Dauntless is the brave and Abnegation is the selfless. Beatrice, as all other 16-year-olds do, attends the choosing ceremony while she will decide her future. Stay in her faction with her family or leave it for a different one. It's a YA sci-fi dystopian about finding your power, budding love, and challenging authority. The writing isn't like exceptional or anything. I would say it's a solid 3-star series, but they hold so much nostalgia for me for so many reasons. I just really treasure these books, and I would absolutely recommend them. Not to downplay them though, they are super interesting, pretty fast-paced, and definitely pick them up if you're interested at all. It's totally worth the read. Next is Rebel by Marie Lu. This is a book I haven't read and actually accidentally discovered. If you've ever heard of the Legend series, you know how much I mean it when I say it's an incredible series and it graces my bookshelves so much. My cat's rubbing his my cat's rubbing his face against the phone. Legend is, again, a YA sci-fi dystopian trilogy. Do you see what my favorite genre is yet? It's about the polarity between the poor and the rich, told between a teenage government worker and the teenage criminal she's been assigned to arrest. So yes, it is another enemies to lovers. It's also about challenging authority and finding yourself, and if there's anything you decide to look into or add to your TBR from this video, I hope it's the Legend series. Another super nostalgic series for me, but that's not where my admiration for these books ends. The writing, character dynamics, enemies to lovers to rope, plot, and everything is fantastic, and while I haven't read it recently enough to get confident, while I haven't read it recently enough to confidently say my rating, I absolutely love this series. Rebel is the fourth book. Technically, it's about one of the main character's brother and a sort of spin-off continuation of this series. I never heard anything about its release, even though it was a couple years ago, and I really have no idea what it's going to be about outside of the setting of Legend, but I knew I had to have it when I discovered its existence. Aha, a second book with butterfly imagery. I haven't read The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid, but it's supposedly about people with powers, diabolics, who are obligated to kill in order to protect. Oh my god, my dog doesn't know who I am. Hello, Charlie. Hi, Charlie. What are you doing? Oh my goodness. The premise has to do with the MC having to kill someone to protect a person she doesn't like or something. I don't remember, but it sounds really awesome and I'm excited to read it. Again, a YA sci-fi dystopian. I think most of these books are enemies to lovers, by the way, which I forgot to mention for a majority of them. Actually, I just checked all the books I've mentioned so far, enemies to lovers, which I say loosely, fully aware I haven't read some of them and have little knowledge. I feel like that's what made me buy them, though, is that they were enemies to lovers, because that's one of my favorite things ever. Okay, next is Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. Another Roth book, you say? Well, yes. She's my favorite author, and this is one of my favorite books. Nothing I say can do it justice, but I'll try. Enemies to lovers, YA sci-fi dystopian, you get the gist. Syra is the daughter to a powerful, ruthless dictator, and the citizens he reigns over share half the planet with their mortal enemies, which happen to include Akos. There's a train, but I'm gonna keep going anyways. Akos and his brother are captured by Syra's family, and the train only evolves and the story only evolves from there. The galaxy has prophecies that determine chosen family with powers, people who can see the future and dictate things to shape reality into the best path, and two complex, fun characters who are forced to work against each other until Akos is ordered as a prisoner to help Syra. I hope you're interested. And I just realized I lied before. If you take anything from this list, make it Carve the Mark. Legend is great too, but Carve the Mark's supremacy. Oh, and it's a duology, so if you're reading gleefully and suddenly run out of pages, don't worry. There's a second, longer story. I rated Carve the Mark a 5-star and The Fates Divide and sequel 4 stars. Absolutely love it. The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. I have no idea what this book is about. I think it's LGBTQ+. I feel like I've seen it in Pride Month Rex, but it was a gift from my English teacher for my graduation, and I haven't done any reading about it, so bam, this book is a mystery. Pick it up if you want. Right, I'm back. Now someone's mowing their lawn and you can still kind of hear the train in the distance, but I'm tired of sitting here in the grass where bugs are eating me. Legendborn by Tracy Dion is the same genre as everything else. Surprise. Also about a girl with powers, I think. It was also a gift from my English teacher, and I'm pretty sure the main character is bi. The fun thing behind that is I recently came out as bi on my private Instagram where my teacher follows me, and I think she picked Legendborn out for me because she knew it was my genre and had a bi MC. Which is just the sweetest thing to exist ever. So yeah, I've heard great things about this book. Still don't know the premise though, but look how pretty. They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. You've heard about this one by now, surely. I wasn't going to buy this book, but when I went to the bookstore, it was on a table called As You've Seen on Book Talk, and it's supposed to be really awesome, so, you know, I grabbed it and purchased it. I actually know what this book is about. A world where you are told the day you are going to die and given the option to match with someone else who has the same death day. The two MCs spend their last day together trying to make the most of their time. Everyone said it made them cry, but I don't know. Obviously, I haven't read it yet. Our penultimate book today is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. The genre of this book is consistent with the genre of most of the books on this list. I got it because I recently watched a live interview with Marie Lou Veronica Roth and Alexandra Bracken herself, and I thought, hey, if I love these other two authors and their books, I'll probably like her too, since she's here celebrating the Divergent anniversary and the beginning of the boom of dystopians. Another book about teens with powers. That's the extent of my knowledge. Sounds cool though. Renegades by Marissa Meyer is, again, why dystopian sci-fi about teens with powers. The reason you're seeing this one not on a blanket is because it's the one I'm currently reading, so I forgot to grab it. I just grabbed stuff from my bookshelf. But anyways, this one is a little different from the others. It's like a graphic novel, but no photos. It's about the anarchists and the renegades, one villainous, one heroic, at least in the eyes of the general public. But to Nova, the true villains are the heroes for not being there to save her family from homicide. The ones that saved her? The anarchists. I just started this book and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm only 50 pages in, however the writing, premise, character banter, and dynamic, etc. is so fun and unique. It's literally a book where the MC is the villain and the perspective is so awesome. I don't have a rating yet, but I have really high hopes. Note: since I haven't read a majority of these books, I don't know the content warnings to give, and I don't want to look them up to spoil the contents for myself, so I'm going to direct you to this amazing platform called Storygraph. You can import your Goodreads library, so it's basically like a free upgrade all within the app or the website, depending on what is most convenient for you. This is a Black woman-owned app with amazing technology interface. It asks detailed questions about reading preferences and gives excellent recommendations. You can mark whether you own books, which books are for your TBR, which books you DNF'd. You can look up friends and make a little book community within the app. You can update your reading progress and how many pages you've gone through as you go. It'll give you stats based on all the information you give it for that. Each book has its own little private journal that is optional. You can just add your thoughts to it every time you read if you want to. It has trigger warnings for every book, so that you know what you're about to get into. Of course it has synopses and reviews and everything that Goodreads has. It's just so much better. And it's not owned by Jeff Bezos. I just really love this app. I just discovered it. It was recommended to me on my For You page by Amivi Reads on TikTok. They are also really cool. You should definitely check out Amivi Reads on TikTok. I will spell it out on the screen here for you so you can check them out. That's where I heard about the app, but it's absolutely amazing. I'll put my page in the description if you're interested in seeing my TBR or what I'm reading, or you just want to be friends. So yeah, you can also see my reviews on there. I haven't left any detailed reviews yet. I've only done book ratings, number book ratings, because I just found the app yesterday, but I'm recommending it to everyone I know who's ever touched a book before because I love it so much already. I spent so long in there just sorting out my profile. So yeah, I really hope you check it out. I have absolutely no affiliation with it whatsoever. I just think everyone should be using it. It's a great resource for people who like to read. Thanks so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you would want to see stuff like this in the future, if you want like reading vlogs or video essays after I've read a book. Right now I'm going to play all of the raw footage from when I was doing B-roll of the books because it was just like really nice outside sounds, like it was really pleasant, and I don't know, some people might enjoy that, so I'm just gonna leave it at the end for ASMR. Thank you so much for watching. I love you so much. Have a great day.